Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the October 20th, 2021 special edition of The Breast There Is, The Breast There Was, and The Breast There Ever Will Be Wrestling Podcast. As always, I am your host, Mikey B, WWE. And today, I will be reviewing the pay-per-view Crown Jewel, which is going to be coming on tomorrow, which is Thursday. As we're probably accustomed to, most WWE pay-per-views take place on Sunday. And in this past year, there's been some exceptions with some of the bigger events being moved to Saturdays too. So the fact that this is middle of the week, I guess it's not unusual for Crown Jewel. This is the event they've been filming in Saudi Arabia the last few years, not including last year, of course, because of the pandemic. But that's why this is going on a Thursday and why I'm doing my podcast on a Wednesday. This pay-per-view show is a weird one, I gotta say, in the WWE calendar, because it has matches and it has certain feuds that don't oftentimes make sense in the flowing nonstop story of the WWE. You'll get appearances like, for instance, Goldberg here. He'll be fighting at this event tonight. And yeah, I know we see Goldberg from time to time at some of the other big four pay-per-views like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, those kinds of events. But this event is really just kind of a weird one that, I don't know, there's also a Hell in a Cell match going on here, and for years now, WWE only had Hell in a Cell matches at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view show, which I think was a huge mistake when they did that, because Hell in a Cells historically should signify the culmination of a really great feud. So I kind of like that they're bringing that back here, but it's clearly to just draw more attention. And these guys, WWE that is, they are getting paid huge sums of money for this event. So it's a kind of a weird, strange pay-per-view all in all. But that said, it is a pay-per-view there's championship matches going on, and there are certainly many of the storylines are a continuation of the current storyline in WWE. So it does need to be, it should be mentioned and discussed. So I'm looking at WWE.com right now, and the day before the show, it, of course, says the match card and in brackets so far. And it has 9 matches listed here. No kickoff matches are officially listed. So as I've been doing this season on my podcast, I am reviewing and giving predictions for every single match they list on their website for a show, whether it's kickoff or on the main card. Seeing as how there's nothing officially listed for the kickoff show, all I have are the 9 matches slated for the main card. So, beginning with the first match of the 9. This one is the biggest, easiest gimme match of the whole night. This one is between Mansoor taking on Mustafa Ali. Mansoor is a wrestler from Saudi Arabia originally. They've given him lots of pushes over the years, specifically at these Crown Jewel events. To me, it would be absolutely baffling if they had Mansoor lose in front of the Saudi Arabian audience. So no chance that's happening. Mansoor, this is definitely my money pick of the night. If you want to choose a bona fide for sure victor in a match, Mansoor will be victorious over Mustafa Ali. So it's as simple as that. Both guys are certainly doing well, but Mansoor having his home country audience there, he's gonna win this match for sure. The next 2 matches are the finals of first the Queen's Crown tournament, and then also the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. So starting first with the second match on the card, which will be the finals of the Queen's Crown tournament, we have Zelina Vega taking on Doudrop in the final there. Doudrop has beaten some incredible performers on her way to the final here, beating Natalya and Shayna Baszler. the fact that she's had such a rapid rise in the main program so far, she's got to be my pick. So I'm picking Doudrop to defeat Zelina Vega for the first winner in the Queen's Crown tournament finals. The third match on the card is the finals for the King of the Ring tournament. And this is between Finn Balor and Xavier Woods. I got to go with Finn Balor here, even though Xavier Woods, the rest of his New Day guys have had a lot of individual success. And Xavier Woods certainly might as well. Finn Balor is a guy that he's been grinding away for a long time. Hasn't really gotten many titles over the years, so he's definitely deserving of winning this. And not to say Xavier isn't, but Finn Balor's been underappreciated for a long time, so I'm hoping they give the winner of the King of the Ring tournament to Finn Balor this year. Moving on to the fourth match, it's for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships, featuring the championship tag team of RK Bro, which is Randy Orton and Riddle, taking on the team of AJ Styles and Omos. This is a tough one, but I do think that the company likes the team of RK Bro and their dynamic and how they're foils for each other. So Randy Orton and Riddle, I don't see this tag team, RK Bro, lasting for a super long time, but I think just right now with this pay-per-view as well overall will feature a number of the babyface good guy, good girl performers winning over the bad heel characters. That's just my suspicion, because WWE definitely wants this crowd to go home happy. So I'm going with RK Bro to successfully defend the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships against AJ Styles and Omos. So they're my pick there. The fifth match of the night is the aforementioned Hell in a Cell match, and this is taking place between Edge and Seth Rollins. And see, like I was alluding to a few minutes ago, I like that they're doing this, but it's not for the right reasons. They're only doing this because they're getting paid insane amounts of money, WWE, to be over in Saudi Arabia for this one event a year thing. And they're obviously want to, crank up the interest level by having matches like this, which are normally reserved for their Hell in a Cell pay-per-view every year, which to me is stupid. Again, when they've done it historically, they've done it to culminate a really great feud, where the animosity is so high between the performers. So I think it's a good choice for Edge versus Seth Rollins. I just don't like that they're only doing this right now. Do it throughout the year. Like, don't force us to watch stupid Hell in a Cell matches where the feud is weak every year like they've been doing lately. Like, make it interesting. So that said, Edge is going to be victorious, I think, over Seth Rollins, to keep in line with my good feelings. Mostly the good characters, the good guy, good girl characters being victorious, the baby faces. I think Edge will win this one, even though from a creative standpoint, I could see why they would want Seth Rollins to, since he's the younger person. He's going to be active probably more frequently, but Edge is better than Seth Rollins ultimately anyway. So I hope that they give it to Edge, and I just think that they will. So Edge is my pick for that one. The next match on the card is a no-holds-barred match between Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. This match, much like every other Goldberg match, will not last more than 5 minutes. Maybe it will, because they're able to do... when they have no-holds-barred matches, it's what wrestlers refer to as easy wrestling, when you're wrestling outside of a ring, and you can use weapons and this and that. So this match will actually probably go longer, but it's going to be stupid and boring. And even though Bobby Lashley should win, because he's obviously way more imposing and younger, and he's actually a good wrestler, Goldberg is an awful wrestler. They're probably going to give it to Goldberg, which is unfortunate, but evidently there are still people out there that think this guy is or was a good wrestler at some point in time. even though he's horrible and, is responsible for ending the career of, to me, the greatest wrestler of all time, Bret the Hitman Hart, due to his negligence and his recklessness. Nevertheless, he's just over there for a big cash payday, just like the rest of these WWE performers. So I think they're going to reward Goldberg here. And yeah, since this match means nothing, it's going to go to Goldberg, be victorious in the no-holds-barred match. So Goldberg is the pick there. And moving on to the third last match of the night here. So far, I've had no title changes on the night, and I think that 100% the WWE is going to have at least one of the titles change hands just to appease the Saudi Arabian audience. And this is the match that I've pegged where this is going to go down. This is the SmackDown Women's Championship Triple Threat match. We have the champion Becky Lynch taking on Bianca Belair, taking on Sasha Banks. Really, all three are great performers and great wrestlers. They all certainly are deserving of being a top champion. I just think because it's a triple threat and triple threats oftentimes involve really controversial finishes, where someone sneaks in and captures a pinfall or gets a submission, even though they've done not so much of the work. But it's what I kind of suspect is going to happen here. I think Sasha Banks is going to win. Even though under normal circumstances and other pay-per-views, I probably wouldn't choose her. But her winning in a controversial way that exonerates Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair from looking weaker by getting defeated soundly. I do think the pinfall will go over Bianca Belair. She's going to get screwed again. But this feud with these three is not going anywhere. These three are going to remain in this title picture probably for the rest of the year. And we'll see if it carries over into WrestleMania season even. But these three are, again, three of the top female wrestlers in the company. They're going to be in the title picture for a lot of time. So this feud among these three women is not going anywhere. But I am picking just because I do think a title will change hands tonight. I think Sasha Banks will be victorious, winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. Moving on to the second last match of the night. It's for the WWE Championship with the WWE Champion Big E taking on Drew McIntyre. This is a big match, and this is one that I also see, much like the previous match. This is a feud that is just probably starting up, and we're going to get, this is going to be the first taste of it, where we're going to get more matchups between these two, probably at Survivor Series or Royal Rumble or some of the big events coming up on the WWE calendar. I think it would be flat out wrong, and I don't think it's going to happen, for the WWE to strip Big E of the WWE Championship already. I mean, the guy won it, a month ago? That would just be really poor booking and poor creative decision making if they make him lose it already. So I don't like that happening. I think Big E will be victorious, but this again will be setting up the feud further, continuing with these two guys. So Big E is my pick to retain the WWE Championship. And on to the final match of the night for the Universal Championship, we have the champion Roman Reigns facing off against Brock Lesnar. While I do think that Brock Lesnar could be the one to end Roman Reigns' title reign whenever that happens, I don't think it's happening tomorrow at Crown Jewel. Again, that's probably going to happen at one of the big four events. And even if I'm not even sure if it will, because Brock Lesnar, much like he's been doing for the last, 6 years, has been a part-time wrestler. When they make him have a title and only appear like 4 or 5 times, 6 times a year, how exciting really is that? So I'm not even totally sold on the fact that Brock Lesnar will defeat Roman Reigns eventually for this belt. I really don't know. And in fact, now that I think of it, and this relates to this previous match about Big E and Drew McIntyre. Recently, of course, the WWE has done a draft again, and Drew McIntyre is now on SmackDown, where Roman Reigns is. Big E is on Monday Night Raw, and they like to keep, of course, the two title holders separate. I know I'm backtracking just for a moment here, but I do think Big E will still defeat Drew McIntyre, but I don't think that feud is going to continue on. I think this will be a one and done, maybe somewhere down the road, but not anytime soon. And that said, I think Drew McIntyre is a lot more viable contender to take out Roman Reigns and win the belt from him, but that'll probably go down at somewhere like WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, like definitely a major pay-per-view event. And yes, I am saying that Crown Jewel is not a major pay-per-view event. So, Roman Reigns for sure, to me, is going to retain his Universal Championship, probably with the help of his cousins, the Usos. Maybe Paul Heyman will do some distracting. Who the heck knows? But I would be shocked if Brock Lesnar wins the Universal Championship. And if he somehow does, he's not going to hold it for very long, I don't think, without Reigns getting it back. But either way, I'm not even going to entertain that notion because I think that's a long shot. So Roman Reigns is my pick to retain the Universal Championship. So there you have it, folks. I'll give a quick rundown of the 9 victors, I think, here. So I got Mansoor, I got Doudrop, Finn Balor, the team of RK Bro, Edge, Goldberg, Sasha Banks, Big E, and Roman Reigns. So those are my picks for Crown Jewel event tomorrow on pay-per-view. Hopefully I am wrong a little bit and that there will be some more surprises in store. I'm not expecting it, though. But the WWE is definitely now becoming a lot more threatened by rival wrestling, a rival wrestling promotion, All Elite Wrestling, AEW. They've been scooping lately more and more of WWE's talent, like CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, just to name a few. So WWE, why I bring that up is because WWE is definitely going to start pulling a lot more shock tactics to try and engage the viewers more. Because honestly, it's too damn boring right now. It really is. They need to do more exciting things to liven things up. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed my podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel below if you enjoyed what you heard. So thanks very much for listening, and see you next time.